Well, here we are. Excuse me. Here we are again at Huntington, West Virginia, at our house on Mayhood Drive. There's Eric, my sister Jennifer's oldest son. Uh-oh. He's acting like he has a broken leg or pretending to be a monster one. There's my sister Jennifer. She's a State Farm insurance agent in Pikeville, Kentucky. There's my sister Carol. She's the librarian at the community college in Williamson, West Virginia. My sister Jennifer now has another little son named Matthew. Uh-oh, Carol about poked her eye. There's my darling wife with my two sisters. And Michelle and Richard in the back. Isn't that a nice looking family? Michelle's wearing her little pigtails that day. Eric's a fine young man. He was quite an athlete. He played baseball and football in high school and actually had a baseball scholarship for college. There's Richard with his favorite dog, Pepper. There's little ham Michelle has to get in front of everything. Carol and Jennifer just been up for a visit and they were getting ready to leave. So we wanted to get some pictures, some movies before they left. And there's you-know-who with his sister and his wife. Got a great family. There's the backyard in Huntington on Mayhood. There's some of Tootie's petunias. We enjoyed living there in that house. As I explained earlier, we rented that house from our Mountain View conference. It was a former parsonage, but the pastor didn't need to live there anymore. Looks like now we're back in Disney World. There's Michelle talking to Donald Duck. There's my little wife trying to get some still pictures. Let's see, no, I don't think this was Disney World after all. I think this is back in the storybook forest again. No, take that back. It is Disney World. I think this is the way you get to Tom Sawyer's Island or something. And there's the pretty castle at Disney World. If anybody hasn't been there, it's certainly worth the trip to go down and spend at least a day at Disney World and take in the sights and enjoy the rides. It's brother and daughter. Brother and sister, rather. I wonder where Mommy is. There's Space Mountain in the background. That's the roller coaster down at Disney World. That's one of the few roller coasters I'm willing to ride. And the only reason I'm willing to ride that one is because it's dark inside and you can't see the hills and valleys that you have to go down. There's the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea that I'd shown you in an earlier movie. We're in the cable car. riding. Kids enjoying that. Still on the cable car. Of course, you can really get a good view of the whole Disney World complex from up there. Here we are back at the beach there in Florida. As you can see, there are quite a few cars and things on the beach. This is at Daytona Beach because you can see the pier out there in the water. That was a little cycle rental stand. They rented those small motorcycles that you could ride up and down the beach on. It's always pretty windy on the beach, of course. I think those are pelicans. As you can see, there are a lot of vending stands and things like that at the beach to rent surfboards or rafts or motorcycles, to buy hot dogs or whatever kind of food that you're interested in. Again, this is at New Smyrna Beach, Florida. I think this particular shot's taken in Daytona Beach. That's a really popular vacation spot. There's Michelle messing around in the water again. She's quite a ham. There's Dad walking along the beach. Big Dad sitting up there on the bank. Grandmother and the kids used to like to go walking along the beach looking for seashells, things like that. As you can tell, this is a more remote section of beach where there are not too many people around. You can drive down the coast not too many miles and just go down some of these gravel roads and get to some fairly private beach areas. Here we are fishing down in Florida. This was our favorite little fishing spot. And Tandy, being a good fisherman, would kind of help us get started and know what to do a little bit. We'd go to the store and buy some shrimp and use that as bait. There's a pelican that was kind of hanging around to see if we caught anything, in hopes that we might throw a fish its way. As you can see here in a moment, we do finally catch one and give him a bite to eat. I think this particular day we caught a couple of what they call sheephead fish. And also I happened to snag, or not snag, but catch one of those blowfish that inflate themselves and they have little horns or spines all over their body. There's Michelle. She's a little bit anxious about having to grab hold of that fish. There comes the pelican, wanting a bite to eat. There it comes. There's Michelle reeling in a fish, looks like. Well, where is it? Is it going to come in or not? Yeah, there it is. That little sheephead's probably about 6 or 7 inches long. Pelican's going to have another bite to eat again. Yep, he got it. Well, we're back on the beach. There's grandmother with the kids. Grandmother enjoys her strolls on the beach. It's good exercise for her, too. Grandmother really enjoys painting. She's painted a lot of pictures. We have several in the house here. She takes painting classes when she goes down to Florida in the wintertime, and that gives her something to do. She's really quite good at it. Well, she's trying to catch up with Rich there. It's hard to keep up with both of them. I don't know where Tootie was this day. I'm not sure she was with us. Pretty good sized breakers coming in that afternoon. There's Tootie. She's running after the kids. Well, how'd her hair get so wet? She's trying to hide and get out of the camera. There's Rich in silhouette. The truth were known, I bet he threw water on her hair. Hello, Michelle. Believe it or not, we did get out there quite a ways. Seems like in most of these pictures we're pretty close to the shore, but